My children, pay absolute attention now, because nothing you have done today matters more than heeding this call. Just 2 days ago, the Blessed Virgin Mary shed tears of blood in 3 different places on the planet at the same time, a sign that broke the boundaries of human logic and opened the doors to the supernatural. And what she revealed about tomorrow, December 12, 2025, at noon, not only surpasses our understanding but will forever change the spiritual destiny of all humanity. If this message has reached you at this very moment, if it has come to you unexpectedly, mysteriously, or even uncomfortably, understand. None of this is a coincidence. It is heaven itself intervening directly, urgently, and desperately to reach your soul before time runs out. Beloved children of the Mother of God, brothers and sisters in Christ, here speaks only an unworthy servant of the Heavenly Queen, someone chosen not by merit, but by mercy. What I am about to reveal cannot be postponed, cannot be ignored, cannot be left for later. The Virgin Mary spoke with an urgency unseen since the beginning of the Church, as if each word were a plea for rescue for her children who sleep spiritually while the world plunges into ever greater darkness. If you do not act within the next 24 hours, if you close your heart to this warning that heaven is shouting, you may carry this regret not only in this short, fragile, and fleeting life, but for all eternity. In the coming moments you will understand exactly what will happen tomorrow at noon, at the exact moment when Christ gave his life on the cross 2 millennia ago. You will discover why Mary wept 3 times in succession, revealing her pain to 3 visionaries on 3 different continents. Who was the angel who accompanied her? A being never seen in any recorded apparition. And most importantly, the 3 urgent and unavoidable acts that you need to perform today, before midnight, to protect your soul and that of your entire family from all that is about to be unleashed upon the world. Stay with me until the end, because at minute 15 of this revelation I will deliver something so powerful that even the angels await in silence, watching the moment you receive it. And at minute 20, I will transmit word for word the unpublished prayer that the Virgin Mary herself dictated to be prayed only tonight, a prayer with the power to alter eternal destinies. If these words are touching your heart, if you feel your soul awakening as if being pulled from within, show your presence right now by clicking like. It's not about numbers, it's not human vanity. It's how heaven uses your every move to bring this message to someone on the brink of spiritual ruin. Someone who may only be saved because you decided to act. Before I reveal what Mary showed through tears of blood, answer 3 questions within yourself that could save your eternity. Have you noticed how, in the last 3 days, the air seems heavy, strange, as if something invisible has changed? Have you felt that pressure in your chest, that silent restlessness that announces something immense about to happen? Have you had unusual dreams? Woken up at 3:33 a.m., or seen repeated signs that seem to call your attention? None of this is imagination. It is the spiritual prelude to what the Heavenly Mother, with a trembling voice of pain and hope, called the Great Awakening of Consciences. And it will begin tomorrow at noon, Jerusalem time. 3 nights ago, on November 28, 2025, in a small convent lost in the mountains of Fatima, the elderly Sister Lucia Maria dos Santos, already frail at 87 years old, was praying her rosary when the impossible happened. The candles went out without a breeze. A supernatural silence filled the room to the point that she could hear her own heart, and then a golden light flooded the chapel with such divine intensity that she had to close her eyes to avoid feeling her soul detach itself. When she could see again, tears streamed down her face. The Virgin Mary was before her, but not as in the 37 previous apparitions that the sister had already received. The Mother of Heaven was weeping, but her tears were not ordinary. They were tears of blood, and my beloved children, listen to the voice that calls you to the recollection of your hearts. Look around and see how much suffering is born when the light is forgotten. I see lives denied. I see peace being exchanged for conflict, love being wounded by anger and hatred. I see families, which should be gardens of tenderness, dividing and drifting apart. I see temples that were made for praise filling with coldness, and the name of the Creator being treated without the respect he deserves. My children, humanity has strayed from the path of grace. Many have chosen paths of shadow, guided by illusions that promise freedom but bring only pain. That is why I come as a mother, not to condemn, but to remind. To remind that there is still light, that there is still redemption. There is still time to return to the heart of God. Turn to love, to compassion, to forgiveness. The world needs your acts of kindness, your dedication, your courage to be light where so many have chosen darkness. I am with you, leading you by the hand, always calling you to the path of peace and mercy. Therefore, I ask you to listen attentively and let these words illuminate what darkness tries to hide. Look around, my children, and see how evil has spread, how so many lives are interrupted before they even blossom, how the peace that should reign among peoples is being exchanged for wars that only wound and divide. Love, which is the greatest gift of the Creator, has been replaced by anger, hatred, revenge, and divisions that tear apart entire families. Homes that were once refuge have become places of conflict, and many hearts have hardened, forgetting that to forgive is to liberate one's own soul. I still see, with deep sorrow, temples and churches that were born to praise God being profaned by selfishness, lies, and lack of reverence. The name of the Creator, which is holy and eternal, is often not honored as it should be, and the faith that should strengthen so many hearts has been exchanged for empty distractions and illusions that lead the children away from the light. My children, humanity has lost its way because it has stopped listening to the voice of heaven. Many walk hurriedly, but they don't know where they are going. They seek answers, but ignore the only truth that can heal. Darkness presents itself seductively, promising freedom, power, pleasure, and autonomy, but it only imprisons, destroys, weakens, and distances from the happiness that the Father has prepared. That is why I come as a mother, not to spread fear, but to remind you that there is still a safe path. There is still an open door. There is still unlimited mercy poured out upon each of you. I call you to look inward, to recognize where your steps have strayed, to perceive where your heart has grown cold, where love has ceased to flourish. Nothing is lost, my children, nothing. Even if the world seems to crumble, even if the darkness seems strongest, the Creator's light will never be defeated. But this light needs to be welcomed into every soul, cultivated, protected, nourished by prayer, by faith, by kindness. Convert your thoughts, transform your attitudes, seek peace where there is conflict, extend a hand where there is pain, be comfort where there is sadness. Do not allow the world to mold your hearts. Be the presence of light that transforms the world. I walk beside each one, guiding, protecting, inspiring, so that none of my children are lost in the despair that so often tries to dominate. Remember that the Creator never abandons His children. He waits for you with infinite patience, ready to welcome, heal, restore, and lead you back to the true path. Let these words be engraved on your souls and allow hope to be reborn. My beloved children, in light of all that you see and feel in your hearts, I come once again to ask you to pray deeply and ask for the protection of my maternal mantle. For in it you find a safe refuge that will never be broken. I welcome every supplication, every tear, every silent request, and I envelop them all with the tenderness that the Creator has entrusted to me. My children, I have often warned you not to frighten you, but to awaken your sleeping hearts. Once again I tell you, dark times are approaching, not because God desires punishment, but because humanity, lost in carnal desires, in pride, in violence and indifference, has opened breaches for the shadows to spread even further. Darkness advances when love is silent, when faith weakens, when souls surrender to illusions that lead them away from the path of light. But even in the face of all this, my children, do not fear. I ask you, be brave, be strong. Sustain yourselves on the infinite strength of God, for no child who trusts will be abandoned. The Father watches over you with mercy, and my intercession will never fail those who humbly seek the truth. Pray, my children. Pray with open hearts. Pray for families. Pray for those who have strayed from the faith. Pray for the world that is lost, and allow grace to transform what your eyes can no longer comprehend. Every prayer raises walls of light. Every gesture of love weakens the darkness. Every act of faith opens doors that no evil can close. Before all that lies before humanity, I implore you, Do not let fear win. Do not let confusion silence your faith. Do not let the world extinguish what God has kindled in your souls. Pray, my children. Pray deeply, sincerely, with true surrender, because each prayer elevates your souls and opens space for divine light to penetrate where darkness tries to dominate. When you ask me for protection, I extend my mantle over you like a mother who embraces, who guards, who welcomes, and who never abandons. It is in my mantle that many will find strength they thought they did not have. It is in it that despair is transformed into hope, that discouragement is transformed into courage, that fear dissolves because the love of the Creator is present. Therefore, come to me with confidence, come without fear, come even when you think you no longer have the strength to continue. Once again, my children, I tell you what I have so often tried to ignite in your hearts. Dark times are approaching, because humanity has allowed itself to be enveloped by illusions that corrupt the soul. Instead of loving, many surrender to disordered desire. Instead of seeking peace, they seek revenge. Instead of building, they destroy. Instead of seeing the other as a brother, they see him as an adversary. The spirit weakens when one lives only for the senses, and that is why the world is so vulnerable. Where the heart closes to God, darkness finds a breach to enter. Where love is exchanged for the flesh, the spirit loses its direction. Where faith fades, evil grows stronger. But, my children, even if the night seems deep, the light from on high, it will never cease to shine. Therefore, I ask you, be brave. Not only strong, but brave in heart, brave in faith, brave in perseverance. The bravery that God desires is not the kind that wages war with weapons, but the kind that remains steadfast in good when everything around seems to fall. The bravery that springs from the Father is the kind that resists temptations, that renounces the easy paths that lead to perdition, that keeps its gaze on truth even when the whole world tries to distract you. Be brave to love when hatred grows, to forgive when the wound hurts, to pray when weariness weighs heavily, to trust when everything seems uncertain. Every time you choose good, you are illuminating the whole world, even if you don't realize it. My children, walk with God. Seek strength in daily prayer, in purity of heart, in humility, in charity. Protect your homes with faith. Protect your families with love. Protect your souls with truth. Evil cannot prevail over those who live in the light. Nothing, absolutely nothing, is capable of defeating a heart that is united with the Creator. I am with you every step of the way, in every trial, in every tear, and in every silent victory that happens within you. Do not let the darkness of this time make you forget who you are. Children of God, loved, protected, chosen to be light in the midst of darkness. Pray more, love more, keep your hearts awake. The Father watches over you with infinite mercy, and I, as your mother, enfold you so that none of my children may be lost. Stand firm, stand courageous, stand confident, because even in the darkest times, God remains the only beacon that never goes out. I am here, and I will be as long as there is a single heart seeking the truth. Come, my children, draw near with humility, with sincere faith, with the true desire to be protected by the love of the Most High. Seek without fear divine protection for your lives, for God never abandons those who lift their eyes to heaven and plead for help. Pray, open your hearts, surrender your anxieties, your fears, your struggles, and all that weighs upon your souls, for no prayer is lost when it springs from the heart. Call upon, my children, with fervor and confidence, Saint Michael the Archangel, the great defender of good, the guardian chosen by the Almighty to protect his children in moments of spiritual battle. Invoke him for the protection of your homes, so that every door may be sealed by divine light, so that every corner of your houses may be purified, so that all darkness may be banished and no shadow may find a dwelling where faith reigns. Place your homes under the care of God and under the shield of Saint Michael, who combats and conquers all evil by the power of truth. Come, my children, walk in the light, pray with perseverance, trust in the Father's love, and live under the protection that heaven offers to those who cry out with hope. I am with you, guarding, guiding, and leading every step, and Saint Michael will accompany you when you call upon him with sincere faith. My beloved children, come, draw near to my heart like children who find safe haven in their mother's arms. I call you insistently, not to frighten you, but to awaken in your souls the true desire to walk in the light. Come, my children, and seek divine protection in every step of your lives. For only those who place themselves under the protection of the Most High find peace even when the world seems to crumble. Open your hearts to God. Let His grace penetrate your wounds, heal your pains, calm your anxieties, and renew your hope. Do not carry alone what heaven wishes to alleviate. Surrender yourselves, trust, seek solace in prayer. For prayer is the bridge that connects the soul to the Creator. Cry out, my children, call with faith and devotion to Saint Michael the Archangel. He whom the Father raised to the mission of defending the truth and guarding his children from all shadow. Invoke him with a sincere heart and ask him to protect your home, your family, every wall, every door, every space where you live and love. Ask that his sword of light cut away all evil that tries to approach, that his celestial authority drive away every spirit of confusion, discouragement, and division. Call upon him upon waking, call upon him before sleeping, call upon him whenever you feel the weight of the inner battle. Saint Michael does not abandon those who seek him. He guards, watches over, guides, and strengthens with the strength that comes directly from God. My children, allow divine protection to envelop all that you are. Consecrate your homes to the light. Offer to the Most High your days, your work, your sorrows, and your joys. Where there is trust, grace overflows. Where there is faith, evil finds no dwelling place. Where there is sincere supplication, heaven responds with mercy. I cover you with my mantle, and Saint Michael watches over those who call upon him with love. Pray more, surrender yourselves more, believe more. Do not let the worries of the world drown out the voice of the Spirit. Divine protection never fails, my children, and when you draw near to heaven, heaven draws near to you. Walk firmly, never alone, always guarded by my maternal love and by the power that God has entrusted to his holy angels. Natural disasters, destruction, pain spreading among peoples and nations. All this reflects a world that has long since strayed from the light. How many of you, my children, have lived a life marked by wickedness, by choices that wound the heart of the Creator and also hurt your own souls? How many of you have walked far from heaven, letting the fleeting seductions of the world take the place of faith, purity, and true love? I see every step, every fall, every heart that turns away from the light. And as a mother, I weep for those who are lost on paths of darkness without realizing that the only safe destination is in God's embrace. But, my children, even in the face of so much pain, I do not come to condemn, but to call urgently, tenderly, with maternal insistence. Turn to God. Be stronger, firmer, more determined, and to walk in the light. The shadows that spread across the world cannot defeat those who remain anchored in faith. No storm, no disaster, no pain has power over a soul that trusts entirely in the Creator. Therefore, I implore you, my children, awaken. Leave behind the sins that imprison you. Renounce the paths that lead you away from good. Choose again purity, humility, truth, love. Be strong, my children, strong to resist temptations, strong to overcome evil with good, strong to remain firm, even when the world invites you to give up your faith. Be firm in God, for He is the rock where no storm finds power. Pray, purify your hearts, care for your souls, draw closer to heaven, for every step towards the light transforms the entire world. I am with you, caring for every tear, strengthening every prayer, guiding every heart that decides to return to the love of the Most High. The world cries out, the earth suffers, all creation groans under the weight of human choices far removed from the love of the Most High. Natural disasters spread as signs of imbalance. Destruction manifests itself in places where peace once reigned, and many ask why all this happens. My children, the truth is that humanity, so many times, has strayed from the path of grace, surrendering to illusions that promise happiness but only consume the soul. How many of us, how many of my children, have lived a life of wickedness, indifference, and sin, allowing our hearts to grow cold and distant from the Creator? How many have chosen to walk far from heaven, immersing themselves in habits and choices that stifle the light that God placed within each being? I do not tell you this to accuse, but to awaken, because a soul asleep in the darkness is in danger without realizing it. A soul that loses its connection with the light becomes fragile, vulnerable, lost amidst the storms of the world. My children, life far from God will never be full, never safe, never bring true peace. The world tries to convince you that you are strong alone, but there is no greater strength than that which springs from a heart united with the Creator. And it is this strength that I wish to rekindle in each of you. Therefore, my children, I ask you urgently and tenderly, become stronger in faith, firmer in truth, more resolute in love. Do not let the chaos around you destroy your hope. Do not let the destruction of the earth destroy your souls as well. The strength that comes from God is capable of sustaining you even when everything seems to crumble. Be strong to resist the evil that tries to seduce you, strong to renounce the sin that weakens you, strong to forgive where pain hurts, strong to love where hatred grows, strong to stand when so many fall. Rise up, my children, rise up spiritually, rise up inwardly, rise up with determination. Heaven wants to transform each one of you, wants to heal what is wounded, wants to illuminate what is dark, wants to strengthen what is weak. But it is necessary to open your hearts, it is necessary to want to change, it is necessary to deeply desire to be united with the Creator. Nothing, absolutely nothing, is more powerful than a soul determined to turn to God. Pray more, my children, pray with tears, pray with courage, pray with confidence, pray even when you think you can't, because it is in prayer that the soul rises again. It is in prayer that the light descends from on high. It is in prayer that the impossible becomes possible. Every prayer, however small it may seem, joins a river of mercy that pours over the world. I am with you, loving you, guiding you, protecting you, interceding for every step you take. Do not let the darkness of this time make you forget who you are, beloved children of God. Be strong, be firm, be light. Where faith remains alive, no destruction has power. Where the heart is united with heaven, no storm can extinguish hope. I, as your mother, come once again to implore you to awaken. Opening your eyes is not a reason for fear, but for liberation. To see the state of the world is to understand that without God nothing remains, nothing is sustained, nothing is healed. My children, you were created for light, for love, for truth, and not to lose yourselves in paths of shadow. Turn to God, seek Him with a sincere heart, turn away from that which weakens your souls and surrender yourselves again to that which strengthens and sanctifies. Be much stronger, my children, much firmer in faith, much more resolute in your spiritual journey. The firmness that God asks for is not just words, but attitude, renunciation, surrender, and trust. It takes courage to abandon sin, courage to reject evil, courage to resist the temptations that try to seduce your hearts. True strength springs from prayer, humility, love for your neighbor, and fidelity to good. Be strong to love when hatred spreads, strong to forgive when the world preaches revenge, strong to remain in the light when darkness tries to surround you. And my children, use the sacramentals that heaven has left as signs of protection and grace. Among them is the miraculous medal, a gift that I have given with love to strengthen and protect those who wear it with sincere faith. Place it on your chests, wear it with devotion, kiss it in moments of distress, and always remember the promise that accompanies those who carry it with confidence. The miraculous medal is not just an object, but a symbol of my maternal presence, a spiritual shield that constantly reminds you that I intercede for you before the throne of the Most High. When you wear it, consecrate yourselves to the light, ask for my protection, entrust your sorrows, your fears, your homes, and your families to my care. My children, when you pray, hold the miraculous medal and offer your hearts to the Creator. Ask me to cover you with my mantle, to remove from your lives everything that does not come from God, to strengthen your steps and illuminate your choices. Use it in times of anguish, confusion, and temptation, for it is a reminder of my love and my constant intercession. And when you feel the weight of the world upon you, remember that you are not alone. Heaven walks with you,